Hey everybody on Facebook, it's Dr. Kyle here and Dr. Holly for Holiday Health Tip number 12. And we just got back from Kiawah Island. We had a nice little trip over there. Even though it's cold outside, it was still a blast. And we actually went over there because my mom was running the half marathon this year.
Go Susie!
And yeah, she's awesome. So I know she's going to watch this. So when you get a chance, congratulate my mom, Susie Lovelace, Suzanne Lovelace on Facebook. Take the time and do that. That would mean so much to us. I also wanted to hit on one thing before we go over the main supplement that you make sure that you want to make sure you get in your body this time of year. Is this mindset of discipline. As I was going through the weekend and thinking about my mom, she's ran upwards of 40 marathons over her lifetime. She just did a half marathon. It takes a certain amount of discipline, a certain amount of commitment to just doing it, showing up, doing the training every single day, day in and day out. And you know what, the marathon or the, I gotta push close on this message here. The marathon, the actual marathon or the half marathon is just the reward for her, but she gets to spend all this time. So make sure, please do this for us. Say, Susie Lovelace, you're awesome. And so look, I got a shout out to my mom, and I also have I Love My Wife shirt on. I'm killing it with the ladies today. I know it's backwards, but it still says I love my wife. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about the #1 supplement you want to take this time of year. We're all about getting the right nutrients in our body. We know that our foods are depleted. We don't get certain things in our system, and so we want to make sure throughout the year we're taking certain supplements. Really important, though, this time of year, there's one particular one that you don't want to miss. We got lots of people texting us here, so we got to keep closing this out. But yeah, so hey Megan, thanks for the shirt. She likes my shirt. Thank you. It's a good shirt. All right. Okay, so Dr. Holly's going to talk about why or what supplement you want to take this time of year and why we want to take it.
So I want to piggyback off what you were talking about with discipline, though. In order for his mom to run the marathon, she had to have discipline in her training, in her nutrients, and the supplements that she was taking. And I encourage you to think about what is it coming this January or even starting now that you want to be more disciplined in. And maybe it is literally just taking the supplements that you need in order to keep you as healthy as possible. So the #1 supplement that we recommend to patients in our office and that we all take, or both of us take personally, is vitamin D3. And you want to make sure it's vitamin D3, not vitamin D2. Vitamin D2 is actually a synthetic version of vitamin D. This is the natural version that your body actually accepts, and it turns into a hormone, and it turns into it is actually a hormone, and then it turns into your immune system. So it helps build your immune system as the weather starts to drop and it gets cold outside, you're under more stress, and you're exposed to a lot more germs and things and stuff going on. You want your immune system as high as possible so that you can fight everything off. And then vitamin D3 is also known to prevent cancer. And here's why. They found in 99% of cancer patients, their vitamin D levels is low, their immune system is low and suppressed, and they can't actually fight any of the cancerous bodies and cells that are in their body. So if you want to be preventing cancer, taking vitamin D is super important. Like I said, it is a hormone, and it also makes you happy. It produces your happy hormone. So many of you have probably heard of seasonal affect disorder, which means in the winter when there's not as much light, you get grumpy and sad and depressed and more anxious. And that's literally because you're not being exposed to the sun. The sun helps your body actually produce vitamin D. You absorb the light and then you produce vitamin D in your body so that you can produce your happy hormones. Now, in order for you to get the same effects from the sun in the winter, you need to have 50% of your body exposed to the sun for anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. So I don't know about you. A day. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be out in my bikini for a half hour to an hour every day right now. It's so cold.
Not even while you're pregnant?
And especially not while I'm pregnant. So I take vitamin D3. So the recommendations for vitamin D3 is if you are an adult, it's 5,000 to 10,000 IUs a day. A lot of people are getting recommended to take vitamin D from their medical practitioners or their MDs, and they're only giving you 1,000 IUs, and that's not enough to bump your body's hormones and immune system.
Or they're giving you a synthetic version,
D2. We just
D2.
Yeah.
Did you talk about that? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they're doing like 50,000 IUs, in an injection or something like that, but it's
Yeah,
not the same
and
thing.
it's synthetic, so it's not doing the same thing. You want it natural. You want 5 to 10,000 IUs if you're an adult. If you are a teenager, toddler to teenager, you can have around 3,000 IUs. And if you're 0 to 2 years old, you can have 1,000 IUs. And those are the recommended dose. And on the back of the bottle, it will tell you, like this one for 1 dropper full has 3,000 IUs of it. So if you're an adult, you could take 2 dropperfuls of this, or you can actually get it in a pill form, which we also have in the office as well.
I want to hit on the importance of the quality of what you're getting too, is because you can go to Walmart, Costco, any of these places with bulk amount of vitamins in them, but the problem is we're getting a very synthetic and many times weak version of what you're really trying to get. And so you always want to get a supplement that's gone through some sort of standardized testing by a company that's not the company that made it or the company that's selling it. And so all the supplements that we use, we deliver out of our offices and to our patients, always have some sort of standardized testing so that you actually know what they tell you is in it is actually in it. And this is a big problem. They've done some of the GNC, and not to pick on different companies or anything, but you just have to have quality, and they found that a lot of these things don't have what they have to say are in it, or a lot of the lower priced or lower quality ones are synthetic, and our body doesn't understand synthetic hormone or synthetic vitamins or supplements. And so it just either goes right through us. At the same time, there's lots of chemicals in there that our body has to work to fight off and absorb, which we don't want to have. It's just a complete opposite reason. So some of the supplements that patients taking when they come into my office, before I tell them what really to take, I let them know. I say, hey, you're better off doing nothing than taking those, because those are actually hurting you, not helping you. So yeah, so it's quality is huge on this too. And if you're trying to figure out how do I find this stuff, message us. We'll get you in contact with it. A lot of these things you have to be a doctor to order, but you want quality. That's the key.
All right. Well, get your vitamin D in you. Start taking it immediately. And you should be good for all the next winter months and take it through the summer as well.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching. Also, comment on anything else you want to hear throughout the holiday season. If there's a certain thing you love during the holiday and you want to figure out how to do it healthy, put it on there. And also, don't forget, my mom ran the half marathon. She's ran over 40 marathons. So I want you to tell her you love her, that she's doing amazing, and just great job this last weekend. And of course, we love you, Mom. All right, and I love my wife too, you can see. All right, you guys have an awesome day.